Hello everyone and welcome to the Skill Space. My name is Kirti Jain and today in this video I'll be talking about 5 things that you should not include on your resume. Now resume making is always a challenging task. Why? Because you are expected to summarize your entire education and your career in less than 2 pages. And so there is no room for mistakes, extra and irrelevant information. One should only include information that is relevant to the job which they are applying for. There are certain common errors which most of us do and which turns off the recruiters and lessen your chances of selection for an interview call. So I'll be telling you the 5 common mistakes that most of them do. You can take a note of it and avoid doing while preparing your own resume. The number 1 mistake that you should avoid on your resume is typing and formatting error. This one is obvious but is the most important one to avoid. Errors like grammar errors, spelling errors, punctuations is a big no on your resume. Right? What you can do here is once you draft your resume, proofread it a couple of times. You can seek help from a friend or a family member who can help you proofread that. Why? Because a fresh pair of eyes can catch the mistake soon. Right? In case of formatting, ensure that you use a consistent pattern. Do not use a lot of different colors. Ensure that there's similar and a unique kind of formatting that you do in the entire resume from top to bottom. The second thing that you should avoid putting on your resume is your personal information and a photograph. Your personal information can be limited to just putting your email address, your phone number and your location. Skip or avoid writing your date of birth, your age, your marital status, your entire address, your father's names and so on. So avoid putting these information and also avoid putting a photograph. Now with a photograph there are different opinions from different professionals which says there are few who says that there should be a profile picture and some are there who do not agree to this point. Now we believe it's the best thing to leave off a photograph. Why? Because number 1 reason is the photographs are not compatible to the application tracking system. And then there's no proof that your photographs increases your chance of getting selection. And also these days recruiter avoid selecting people with a photograph just to protect their company from any claims or discrimination and worries in future. So it's a good idea that you can skip putting a photograph there. You can provide them if they ask for at a later stage of an interview. The third thing that you should avoid writing on your resume is an objective statement. This is way too old-fashioned and is usually a vague and a very generic statement that you write on your resume. So instead of wasting that space by writing that what is your objective, and most of the objectives says like you're seeking a position in a company, you are looking for a position, you're looking for a project and so on, right? So that objective, that's very clear and obvious. So instead of writing there on the resume which is not going to be of any advantage, you can replace your objective statement with a summary statement. Now how it is different from an objective statement? In your summary statement you'll be writing about who you are, what skills you have and what you can offer to the company. This information is much more effective than the previous one and this would catch the attention of the recruiter and there are chances of getting selection for an interview round, right? So use the space wisely rather than writing that what a company can offer you. Use the space to write a summary statement which tells who you are, what skills you have and what you can offer to the company. The fourth thing that you should avoid writing on your resume is references. There's a very common and a popular line which is there on most of the resumes is like, it goes like references available on request. Please remove that line today itself. Most of the recruiters do not ask for references until the interview time. So there's no valid point of writing your references and this line on your resume. Recruiters assume that you have references and you may give them when they ask it for. Okay, so do not waste that premium space by writing this unnecessary thing. The last and the fifth thing that you should avoid writing in your resume is irrelevant and false information. A great resume is always one which is customized for the job that you're applying for. So for every job that you apply for, customize, tweak your resume a little. Keep only the relevant information, remove all the irrelevant certificates, education, career experiences, so to catch more attention, right? And also do not try to put in false information, wrong numbers just to amplify the weightage. You might get caught and this would attract a rejection. So ensure that you do not put any irrelevant and false information on your resume. In the end, I would like to give you a rule of thumb for what not to include. There's a quote which says, "When in doubt, leave it out." I hope this will help you to draft your resume well and avoid all these common mistakes in your own resume. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please share this with your friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe. Happy learning and happy upskilling.